Hello traders, this is Des Woodruff, and this is the weekend edition good through Sunday, June 2nd, 2013. And the markets in the day on Friday, bearish across the board, with the Dow down largely, down 209 points, boom, to the downside, with a confirming bank and a spike in VIX up more than 12%, up over 16. Big hit in precious metals, and I was holding GLD until the open of today, and I unloaded that. Happy with those gains. And taking a look here at the markets as a whole, let's hit the ground running. And right before we do, I just want to let you know that if you qualify, I would be honored to be your mentor coming into the Vegas mentorship live in just a few weeks. Hope you could join us. More details at the end. S&P went up in this nice channel. You can see this. We base, we pop, we continue to go higher and higher and higher. We drew this lower trend line support. We come up. We doji out below that support line. Then that area of support then acted as resistance. Then we chopped around. We had this blue line, resistance, support, acting as support. Today we broke it. This little triangle, which is a bullish pennant, actually went bearish. Big breakdown below the 20-day moving average. Been a while since we've been below that, and we closed the week out and the month out at the low. Huge sell-off with the MACD now crossing down below the zero line. If you look here at the weekly chart, you'll notice last week I told everybody that I was getting out of all my longs. As we popped up here, I started putting trailing stops on. As we come back down, I started getting out of all my swing positions. So I was out of those. I added gold. Gold had a little pop, not as much as I would hoped. And then this morning, which is Friday right now, I got out of that trade. But if you look at this, it's the first time we have had a lower high and a lower low in several weeks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 7 heading southbound. We do have some support coming, and I think we have a lot of support at 1600, so watch for major support. But I do see a major correction going in next week. Next week should be bloody, gang. On the monthly chart, you'll see that we have gone up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months in a row. This is actually the longest stretch we've seen since 2009. So we are expecting a drop. We have, for the month right now, we have what's called a shooting star. It's an upside down hammer, but called a shooting star. It was glorious for a moment, hit its head on this trend line and come right back down. And we are expecting next month, June, to be bearish. Starting next week should be bearish, and that should be a catalyst going into the rest of the month. So be careful if you're long in the markets. Take a look here at the NASDAQ monthly. We popped up, not as bearish though. So we do continue to step up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a shooting star. We do have a little bit of an upper shadow on the monthly. Not as bearish, and a sideways step instead of a downward step here on the weekly chart. Weekly chart is building a high base below the 3500 mark, so that is a bullish move. And gang, we're still within a triangle, bullish triangle. So if the markets pinch and then blast out above 3500, technology could yank the rest of the markets higher. So if you still hold bullish positions, you need to be holding out for the NASDAQ. You need that to be strong. Look at the Russells. We popped up, had this little triangle. It looks like a weird trend line, but trust me, that is correct. Let me go to a line. You can see a line chart. It dials it in. But here we broke down, finding support at the rising 20-day moving average, but it needs to hold. Again, we are in a rising wedge with the confirming bearish divergence. So this thing could get ugly and fast on the daily Russells. And on the weekly, lower high but higher low. It's inside trading week with a large upper shadow with some support here. So all could be okay with small caps also. And then the monthly chart, again, not a shooting star. Just a higher high, higher low. We continue to knock at the door of 1,000 on the Russells, which is a massive, massive number. Take a look here at gold. Gold on the monthly, we just keep dropping, but we do have a tweezer bottom. And I think if it gets back down to 130, I might be looking for another buying opportunity, find support right here. And looking at the weekly chart, trying to find some support. We do have a higher high, higher low on the weekly chart, so this is a pivot candle. We could start heading higher, and I might re-enter my trade if we do see that. On the daily, this is what worried me. We popped up, we hung out at the falling 20-day moving average with this major doji acting as major resistance, this 20-day moving average. We do have a big bullish divergence, and that should work well, but I thought to myself, if this is not a continuation doji, meaning it keeps going higher, if it starts to reverse, I want out of this, especially since we have what's called an abandoned baby reversal pattern. We have open windows here, gapped up and gapped down, dropped. So on the open right here, I exited my position, so now I am flat the market. That means I hold no positions at this moment. So take a quick look at silver. Silver on the weekly chart is under a support area, and it's trying to find a breakout. It couldn't do it, hit its head at 22, come right back down on this trend line. And then on the monthly chart, we just continue to lower high, lower low. A lot of support around $20 though. If it gets there, I might be looking for an entry. On the daily, it's just a gap down. We have this little reversal, a beta baby type reversal pattern. And taking a look here at Google. Google looks pretty hot, gang. Nice little bear bull pullback, and if we get up over that 20-day moving average, this could get solid. Now we already saw that the Nasdaq doesn't look that weak, so if the Nasdaq starts to take off, I'm eyeing Google big time. And Apple, the problem with this is it can't get off the support area. It just hangs out on the support level, which is no good. Bring you to a line chart, support. It just can't get off of that. So I'm not as excited here about Apple. If I draw another line going from here to here, we have an ascending triangle, but it needs to pop up, challenge this area, and break out, which could get really bullish if it does that. And then Facebook, we had this abandoned baby. We made a higher high, higher low, but the weight of today's or Friday's bearish action has brought it right back down. So just be careful if you happen to be in that trade. And I want to show you here, FinViz. Come over here, show you FinViz. I'm going to click on groups, and inside groups, for the week, utilities did the worst. Consumer goods didn't do so great, but financials held their own. They're at the top of the list. Industrial goods did the best for the week. For the month, industrial goods did very, very well. Financials in the middle. So you saw a tick higher on financials. We went to the middle of the pack to the upper part of the pack. Not too shabby. So long as financials can stay strong, the market should be okay. There's a lot of free stuff on the website. However, I want you to pay special attention to the mentorship link. Click on that. Go down here, watch the video, read this. What's really important is go down here, watch the videos. A lot of people have a lot of good things, but what's even more important than that, scour the internet, sleuth through all that data and look for reviews of Grok Trade. Read them all, and if you qualify, I would be honored to have you as our mentor student. I have mentored over 750 individuals and thousands more online and larger sessions, and I've been trading 15 years. I am the pioneer. You cannot find anybody before me doing consistent daily trading videos. I've been doing this a long time, and people, the reason we have followers from 155 countries is because of how acutely accurate we are on our technical analysis. Anyway, fill out the form if you have an interest, but what I'm really interested in is having you come join us in Vegas. It will be worth every penny. I'm telling you, this event is paramount, and you will be a different trader. You will start trading with great confidence, and you will start making we will help you reach your full potential as a trader, and I promise you that. Anyway, listen to what's next. Hope you can join us. Please fill out the form, get some more information on it to find out if we have a match.
I'm Tim Cole.
I'm Mike Reed. My name is Randeep Kapoor. Shane Parker.
Hi, I'm Steve Gould.
Mary Olson.
My name is Spiro Karajanis.
Mike Muller.
My name is Caroline Elizon, and I've been day trading full-time for about 2.5 years.
What did you think of the mentorship?
I am just thrilled with it. I think it's a great program.
It kept me going, kept my brain moving.
In 20 years, I learned this much about trading. I think that this weekend gave me this much to add on it.
This is actually my second time through mentorship, so this is a refresher for me. And I'm picking up nuggets that I missed the first time around, and I feel more confident to use all this information.
It's given me a skill level that's a much higher level.
You learn stuff that you will not learn in any other course. I've taken a bunch of different courses. I've never seen this stuff taught before. No one else teaches it. I mean, you've given us such golden nuggets today, or this week. You know, it's well worth taking this class.
It has helped unbelievably. I mean, I can't even explain it. I'm literally at a loss for words right now.
So if there was someone out there who was thinking about joining the mentoring class, kind of on the fence, what would you tell them?
I would definitely say this is something that you need if you're struggling with consistency in your trading results.
You need to have good education, good understanding, otherwise you will get killed in the market.
You can understand why they're doing what they're doing, how to trade successfully, how to make the proper setups, what you're looking for, and how to go from being a newbie to a professional trader in a short period of time.
You're not going to be able, on your own, floundering or just reading books, to be able to sit down and pick the brain of very successful traders and be able to incorporate that into your own trading.
You learn something that you didn't know before, and learning is always good, no matter how old you are.
Mentoring is all about helping you really get your hands on and practice it.
I would tell anybody who's on the fence, it took me 20 years to learn this much. This much. And you know what? Maybe it's really this much, but I'm trying to, tell you that I know a little bit more. And I got this much, out of this weekend. So I think you got to be crazy to want to go through years of heartache to learn stuff that experts can teach you right away.
I've just realized being here how important it is to get some formal education in trading. You get so many things from so many different directions, and to have it all brought together and put in front of you, your toolkit so you can use it, is really invaluable.